Jericho Coffee Traders started behind a three-wheeled Vespa tricycle, making coffee outside the student library in Oxford. I then got into roasting coffee about 4 years ago, just to get one step closer to the top of the food chain, I guess. We then were lucky enough to be given a premises by one of the colleges just off the high street. A couple of guys who drank their coffee in there wanted to start their own cafes, so it was all quite timely really that we became a wholesale roastery, running the espresso bar on the high street and continuing on with the mobile coffee, all done from the back of a three-wheeled Vespa tricycle. We end up grinding a lot of the coffee that we send out through the post, and for that we've got the big Santos shop grinder. That's a really effective and fast way for us to get the coffee ground really accurately for the customer. We can grind them for any brew method basically through the Santos grinder, right from espresso, really finely ground beans, through to something for the cafetiere. It's really easy to change that coarseness or fineness on the Santos grinder. There's just a dial on the side of the machine. We know exactly where that dial needs to be, move it to there and push go. The Santos espresso grinder in the espresso bar is probably the quietest and fastest espresso grinder that we've come across, and it's also incredibly consistent. Our baristas don't have time to faff around with it. They need to know that when they push go on the machine, it delivers the same job time and time again, and it's really standing up well for that. So we grind all our coffee on demand. The fact that it's taking us 2.5 seconds to grind 18 grams of coffee, it's really a no-brainer. It's really important that the coffee that people end up with is what I taste here in the roastery. So we spend a lot of time going around the various shops that we supply, training their staff. Once that grinder is set, one of the great things about it is how consistent it is. It just stays exactly where we want it to be. It doesn't take much for me to train a new member of staff how to control the coarsity of the coffee. It's taken a lot of the training difficulties out of the game really. The first grinder that I had in the roastery was a Santos. I've still got that machine. It works like a Trojan. For me, it was a logical step to seek out an espresso grinder by the same brand, and now we're getting some really good results from the espresso grinder in the cafe in town. Yeah, the Santos has provided us with really consistent grind and quantity of coffee, which is crucial to me to making a good espresso shot.